Hi there, I'm here with Kemdi Ebi of Enterfive, based in Lagos in Nigeria. Kemdi, hi, it's great to see you.
Hey Paul, great to see you too. How's it going?
Yeah, it's good. Long time no speak, Kemdi. You've kindly agreed to do one of our seminar series for us, which we're delighted about and really excited. But I was wondering if we could start by just talking a little bit about, your business. You founded Enterfive in Nigeria, a company that launched to help African entrepreneurs really and corporates scale up their businesses. Could you tell us a little bit about it, please, so our viewers know a little more?
Yeah, sure thing. And thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm really looking forward to the webinar we're doing. So Enterfive really exists to help companies who are trying to exist within Africa and even come into Africa, scale their operations. We built the agency model strictly really looking at the heartbeat of the economy, which is the small medium enterprise level. We felt like we would further then scale our value proposition through our product Versus, which is a consumer insights tool that helps companies that want to know more about the African consumer through some proprietary methodologies that we use through social listening from the Pan-African context, as well as also asking scouts on ground, and having research and survey questions at scale, made available to you directly. So again, we felt like it's a big gap that we had to fill. And just true to our value proposition to help spur the African continent essentially. So we just wanted to just help businesses.
Fantastic. And I know you were at the R&D Summit a few years ago and gave a fantastic presentation there. And you were talking about trends that are emerging from Africa. And I know you're going to be doing much the same sort of thing for our seminar series. So yeah, without giving the game away, because obviously we don't want to do that at this stage in the story, have you noticed anything really that's coming out of parts of Africa, any sort of mega trends that you could mention that you're going to be talking about and exploring further?
Yeah, so without giving, I guess, too much away and just sort of highlighting what is happening, obviously, like Amazon has seen significant success, after the pandemic, and it's no different for the Amazon alternative in Africa, Jumia. So I can give you that one instance where Jumia actually just even recently saw their share price increase by like over 43% from last quarter. And that's apparently their highest share price ever since they listed on a New York Stock Exchange. So, there's a lot of, growth there in the e-commerce space. We're even having situations where, even retailers are moving their business completely online and changing their entire business model online. So that's one. Obviously internet penetration, just by virtue of the need for online and the mandatory nature of online now, has obviously increased. So in Africa, as you know, the mobile penetration is almost synonymous to internet access. So that has also been huge. So like Nigeria, for instance, has increased internet subscribers by a supposed 23% since the lockdown. South Africa also had another increase. I think they have about 33 million or so that came out, which is a slightly over 5% increase from their numbers. And then, even Kenya, still, even with their whole population, almost, 85% or so of the population are, all, subscribed to the internet, because they're obviously one of the biggest trailblazers as far as the mobile economy in Africa. They're still increasing. So that hasn't changed really as far as the trend.
That's great. Thank you. Keep the powder dry, Kemdi. Otherwise, people won't turn up. I mean, the other thing, I guess, which is really interesting, and I know from my time in Africa, Africa in many ways, those trends start with you guys, and then they sort of filter to other parts of the world. And you talk about Kenya being sort of mobile first in many respects. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think that the rest of the world could really learn from Africa at the moment?
Very, very good question. I think if I was to just say in simple words, I'll say innovate or die. Never rest on your laurels, right? Because we unfortunately have been in a predicament where we almost have to leapfrog. We use technology, digital tools, mobile, to leapfrog things we don't have access to as a result of, so most times poor governance or just sheer fact that, we're just young in the process of, I'd say, catching up to the bigger economies. And innovation is something that, has just been as a result of the average African trying to survive.
Consumer behavior around the world has changed quite considerably because of the pandemic. What has changed in the countries where you are that you've noticed? How has the pandemic influenced what consumers are doing, Kemdi?
I think one really interesting consumer behavior was even like, I would say if I highlight just the consumer side, was this increased, increased interest in investments, particularly crypto. So recently, this was actually a phenomenon happened last year, but Nigeria was recently reported to be the second most in terms of traded, I think crypto traded countries or crypto trading companies in the world after the US, right? Now, Nigeria obviously is a big consumer market in Africa. That in itself really highlighted, one thing that was clear, which was that people did not want to, again, just focus on what was existing. They were really, really trying to learn and teach themselves what alternatives were. And that also in itself, because of the, obviously, the online access and things of that nature where they could get information from many sources, they actually self-taught their way into this new alternative form of investment.
Just finally, for those people that have signed up for your session, what can they expect from it? What are you gonna leave them with, Kemdi?
Being that we're in the advantageous point of sharing what we have here and the data we have and insights, hence that we just hope that we are at least adding a new perspective. Really, that's our goal. So and obviously we would love to hear feedback after that. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. Looking forward to a great sort of I guess a symposium, for lack of better words. I don't know.
No, great, Kemdi. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I, for one, will be tuning in. And thank you very much for your time today with us, and do appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Looking forward.